This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8 is that today a lot of revealing occurred regarding individuals that are associated with Jeffrey Epstein. As you see in front of your screen, one of them is the Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. All right, he was brought before Congress today and openly admitted that he went to Jeffrey Epstein's island after he told the New York Post podcast several months ago that he had no dealings, no communication with Jeffrey Epstein since 2005. All right, but of course, according to the new Epstein emails that are being revealed, all right, he was speaking with Jeffrey Epstein back in 2012, all right, and then he finally admitted in front of Congress that him, his wife, and his daughters went to the Epstein Island and he had lunch with Epstein for an hour. So this is the wicked, all right? And by the way, he's a JJ, okay? He claims to be a God's chosen people, which he's not, all right? He's an Edomite from the tribe of Amalek, okay? And this is what these wicked devils do, all right? They're lawless. Not, in fact, let's go into the word wicked. All right, because hey, everything's being revealed. This is why the Lord hasn't brought judgment, because everything has to be revealed on the globe, all right, on the world stage, so that he can bring judgment, all right, swiftly, all right, and with his whole full wrath, okay? Because nobody can say they didn't know. Nobody can say that they didn't know, all right, that this was going on. Oh, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, those that didn't want to repent and seek the Lord. You can't say you didn't know what was going on, all right? And you're going to be punished for not repenting and seeking the Lord, all right, because you're joining hands with the wicked. The scriptures say, though hand join hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, right? All right. Oh, got to get that. That's in Proverbs. All right. Though hand join hand. Then we'll go into the word wicked. Right. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. You see? So this man is going down. And you join hands with this man, this wicked, all right, lawless man, all right? And the man of sin, you're going to go down with him. But the seed of the righteous, who's the seed of the righteous? All right? This is talking about Israel. All right? But more specifically, the elect. All right? The elect of Israel, because they're the only ones, all right, that are striving for righteousness. All right? Shall be delivered. All right? Delivered. Delivered by who? Yahweh Shai. This is what we're fighting for. We're fighting to be delivered from this coming destruction, because we know, all right, we know this destruction is coming. All right, these people that are running Babylon the Great are the wicked the Bible speaks of. Okay, they are the biblical Edomites. which are the so-called white people today. They are the wicked, though. Okay? They are the wicked. That's why there was a capital W on the wicked. So let's go back to the word wicked with the capital W, animos. All right? Then it means what? Destitute of the Mosaic law. Destitute. Meaning without basic necessities of life. Okay? You see that? Of the Mosaic law. They don't follow it. These people, okay, are spiritually dead. Okay? They don't follow the laws of Moses. They're into the Talmud, Kabbalah, all right? And all different types of satanic books, man. Okay? Into all these black magic rituals. Okay? And it's all being revealed. All right? This individual, Howard Lutnick, the Secretary of Commerce, is a warlock. He's a witch. Okay? And he's into all types of wickedness, man. He's not following the laws of Moses. That proves he can't be the chosen people. He's all right. He stole our heritage and our custom, man. Of the Gentiles, right? This proves that he's a Gentile, man. All right, he's a heathen. All right, this is what heathens do. They do weirdo shit. Okay. Departing from the law, a violator of the law. Yup. Lawless. You see that? Lawless. Okay? Wicked. He's lawless. All right? This is the wicked. This is the lawless man that's walking the earth. All right? He's a fugitive, man. Okay? And he's being revealed. And look, the Trump administration and the Democrats, okay, are brushing this off. They're not even going to pursue this, okay? All right? And this goes to show you, man, it's going to have to take Yahushua, who he calls Jesus, all right, to destroy these devils, to break these devils, man, okay? That's why when you go into the book of Psalms, all right, and you I'm going to start at Psalm chapter 73. I'm going to start at 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Right. And who's the wicked? The Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Whether he wants to call himself a JJ, a 1948, or a small hat, or he wants to call himself American or European or Australian. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Right. By these what's it called? Their military, okay, their corrupt laws. It benefits them, not the average person, okay. 5, they are not in trouble as other men. Right, you see that? Again, this is why I'm bringing this out. Look what it says. The White House is struggling at Lutnick's Epstein ties. His foes are too. Right, here it is. This man lied in front of the camera. Look. Let's bring this out. All right, he said this several months ago. Check this out. All right, this is during the whole government shutdown. Whatever happened to that? What's going on with that? All right, that was a fucking distraction. But let's play this.
Shutdown has delayed any push to release all of the Department of Justice's files on Jeffrey Epstein.
But one member of the Trump administration is opening up about his alleged interactions with Epstein when the two used to be neighbors. ABC's Rena Roy reports.
Right, this devil Howard Lutnick, he lived right next door to Jeffrey Epstein in New York City. Okay, he said it. He could walk 7 to 8 feet, and he's in Jeffrey Epstein's house, okay, or his condo, apartment complex, whatever you want to call it. All right.
He's one of President Trump's top cabinet officials, and now Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is speaking out about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Lutnick, who once lived next door to Epstein, told a New York Post podcast Epstein once gave him a tour of his home, saying Epstein's high-profile associates not only knew of his behavior, but that some even participated.
Did they see it and ignore it, or
no? They participated.
Right.
That's what his MO was, get a massage, get a massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume, was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever.
Now, mind you, he said this several months ago before, this new wave of Epstein emails, all right, was put to the public, all right, by the corrupt DOJ, which has been sitting on this for many years. Nobody wants to talk about that. That's why this place has got to go. All right. And anybody defending this place, you're part of the problem. Okay. I'm talking to our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. All right. This place is polluted. You are the children of Israel. All right. Don't be defiled with this place. This place has to go, and it will go. The Lord's going to destroy it. Yahweh Shai, who the word any calls Jesus, is going to destroy this fucking place, man. This place is going to be destroyed, wiped off the fucking map, man. These people, how much more evidence do you want? Okay? This guy's a fucking liar, man.
Providing evidence, Lutnick saying he believes Epstein may have traded alleged blackmail videos for a lesser prison sentence during his first criminal case in 2008.
I assume.
Right, he was a convicted, pedo. All right, he was soliciting prostitution to a minor. Facts. That's what he was convicted for in South Florida, down here. Okay, Palm Beach County. All right.
Way back when, they traded those videos in exchange for him getting that 18-month sentence.
He also described Epstein as, quote, gross.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often do you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me.
Ooh.
And he says, and the right kind of massage.
His comments are a major break from the narrative from the Department of Justice and the FBI. FBI Director Kash Patel saying this when he testified last month.
Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals.
President Trump
straight up lied. He straight up lied. That fucking faggot, fucking weirdo, Kash Patel. All right? He fucking lied straight to, all right? Because this is prior to all these emails coming out now. So this goes to show you that these Edomites, all right, and these sellout heathens that want to live the wicked life like the Edomites, that's why the scriptures say, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, all right? Because this is what you get, corruption upon corruption. And that nasty, dirty face, Kash Patel, you're just dirty, man. But that's Elon, man. They don't wash themselves. This motherfucker's got an oily, dirty face. Anyway, point is that they were covering it up, but the Lord is making it, making it that is brought back to the spotlight, because there is no getting around it. This has to be, all right, really to seal everyone's fate here in America. That's how I'm looking at this spiritually. Everyone is being sealed, all right? You want to, because you notice, all right, people are trying to now, avoid this. They're talking about sports and, why wasn't it sung, the music sung in English, and all types of bullshit, okay? The Lord is making sure that this is not going away from America. This is staying here, all right? This is the new norm now, all right? And after this, all this is being revealed, okay? This goes to show that America is going to be destroyed by fire, because, again, this shows you how corrupt everything is. No one's going to go to jail, right? Let's go back to what the scripture says in the book of Psalms, all right? Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Right. Again, this title's right there. The White House is shrugging at Lutnick's Epstein ties. His foes are too. All right. So no one's going to go to jail. No one's going to be prosecuted. Okay. Even though he lied. Okay. He did have dealings with Jeffrey Epstein after 2005. Okay. Let's keep playing this. If they say it.
Trump was friends with Epstein in the 1990s, but they later said they had a falling out. And he's also said the effort to release the files has been blown out of proportion.
It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats.
He's such a liar, bro. This came out 4 months ago. Now look what's coming out. Okay, that's a good thing, because I was trying to see if they were going to say more Howard Lutnick. But hey, look, the devil, another devil. Okay, but in this article, it says it right here where, okay, where is it at? Yeah. Quote, he said last year that he had not had contact with after 2005. Right. Okay, so again, on that podcast, they didn't play it, but he said he hasn't had contact with Jeffrey Epstein since 2005. He said that 4 months ago. And now today he had to admit, yeah, I went to Jeffrey Epstein Island for lunch with my family for an hour, all right, back in 2012. And it's now clear that there were multiple, 8 by my count, Merkley said. Okay, the fact that he maintained contact with someone who was involved in such horrific abusive behavior is a moral failure. Because he's a lawless man. He's the wicked. He's the devil the Bible speaks of. These are the biblical Edomites, all right? What more evidence do you fucking need, man? These are the Edomites. This is not God's chosen people. This is the devil. This is the Edomites, the wicked the Bible speaks of. You got Jake defending these fucking people, man. All right. So let's go back. 6. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Right. He went to that island. What did he do? What did you do on that island? Okay. Doing all types of wicked, okay, satanic, all right, abominable acts, man. All right. 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. Right. This motherfucker. Look at this. Look at this email. He said, where we are landing in St. Thomas early Saturday afternoon. He said, hi, Jeff. We are landing in St. Thomas early Saturday afternoon and planning to head over to St. Bart's Anquilla on Monday at some point. Where are you located? What is exact location for my captain? This nigga got a captain. A captain to his... Come on, man. All right? You got fucking Jake celebrities that don't even got a captain to a boat. Okay? These are the Edomites, man. All right? That's why you Jakes that be breaking your neck for this devil and selling out for fucking crumbs. You're a fucking retard, man. All right? This is where the true power lies at. Motherfuckers got captains to their yacht. Okay, having them sell out from the yachts in mainly because a lot of them live in Palm Beach County. So what they will do is they'll leave Palm Beach County and travel to these islands in the Caribbean. Okay. 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully right. All right. They pointing the finger at us saying that we're the problem. Okay. But they're the ones that are doing all this wickedness. Okay. Oh, you plantation Christians, you have nothing to say. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to say it one more time. Shut the fuck up. 9, they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walking through the earth. Right. They're totally against the Lord. It's creation, okay? How to govern a society according to the law, statutes, and commandments. They're totally against that, all right? And again, these people claim to be the chosen, and they don't follow none of the laws of Moses. Oh, except for interest, okay? They do that. They do put usury, all right? They do that. But they'll tell you to your face, that we're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of God. Shut that shit down, man. If that was the case, then why are you doing usury? All right. 10. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of full cup are wrung out to them. 11. And they say, how doth God know? Right, because he first of all right, the Lord sees everything. Let's get Proverbs 15 and 3. The eyes of the Lord in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You see that? All right. And, all right. And it says right here, and there is not, and is there knowledge in the Most High? Right. Because, the first of all, the Lord is the one that created knowledge. Okay. He's the one that created understanding. All right. 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. You see that? All right. Also, I want to go back where it says, and they say, how does God know? Not only does he see everything, he raised up his prophets. All right. Who's going to condemn you? All right. That's why it says in Jeremiah. No, not Jeremiah. Isaiah 13. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. 2. Lift up a banner upon the mountain. Right. Okay. That banner is talking about the Bible, the scriptures. All right. And the prophets are lifting it up. Okay. All right. To who? Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Right. Okay. So we're the ones, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, letting you know that the Lord sees all and he's going to destroy you in due times. So hurry up with your New World Order. Push the chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Hurry up. Stop pussyfooting, man. Shut the power off or go to war. Do both. Or let's fucking go, man. All right. Do the great reset. All right. So the Lord can then checkmate you weirdos. Because the Lord's going to checkmate all y'all. 13. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. 14. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. And that's it, you know. Let me see what this says in NLT. Did I keep my heart pure for nothing? Did I keep myself innocent for no reason? I got nothing but trouble all day long. Every morning brings me pain. Right. If I say I would speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. Right, because, you know, when we first saw this, we were like, what the hell? You know, if I had really spoken this way to others, I would have been a traitor to your people. Right. 16. And when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then I understood their end. Right. Because their end is destruction. Yeah. 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou cast them down into destruction. Right. Okay. So this is why it's important to bring this out. It's important to expose them. Because to let them know they're going to be destroyed. Okay. They're going down. 19. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. Exactly. Because, hey, they're not getting out of this World War III. They're not going to win World War III. All right. So, yeah. You also got this freak, Les Wexner. He was redacted in the Epstein files. Then it finally came out, all right, that he was in communication with with Epstein. In fact, he was the money behind Epstein. Les Wexner, who's the owner of Bed Bath & Beyond and Victoria's Secret, and it makes sense why Victoria's Secret, because that's how they got all the models to do their freak shit with. Okay, so yeah, he was a co-conspirator. So the FBI tried to hide, you know, by redacting his name, but then it came out later, which goes to show you the FBI is corrupt, man. They're corrupt. All right, and the Department of Justice, they're all corrupt. There he is, Les Wexner, another JJ, by the way. But these are the chosen people? No, they are not. So yeah. Let's bring this scripture out. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good, whether it be evil. Right. And everything's being brought to light for judgment. Okay. Everything that's secret. Okay. And this is why the Lord hasn't came back yet. So you got to have a spiritual eyes. Why hasn't the Lord came back yet? Because particular things have to happen. All right. A lot of things need to be revealed. Okay. A lot of things need to occur so that the Lord can bring a swift judgment full of wrath, and there's no, I didn't know, or there's no, please, wait. Okay. No. There is no please, wait. The Lord is using his prophets, all right, to let you know judgment is coming. Now, to our people, you don't have much time. Clock is ticking, all right? This place is definitely going to be judged. And that's how you know, man, a lot of people ain't going to make it, because a lot of people, okay, are just looking and ignoring this. This is powerful stuff what's happening, man. You know, that's it. I was going to bring Obadiah, but, I don't want to make this too long. I'm just going to hit this part right here. God's love for Jacob. So at the end of the day, the reason why this is all happening, because the Lord wants to, all right, deliver his people. All right. The Lord wants to establish the kingdom of heaven for his people. And the wicked has to be revealed. It has to be brought down. Okay. And you're clearly seeing it. Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi, right? This is pertaining to the Israelites. 2, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein thou hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yeah, I love Jacob, right? Jake, in 2026, there's certain Jake that can't see that the Lord chose them to be an Israelite, all right? Can't see that the Lord promised us the kingdom of heaven for us, all right? The blessings, for us. They can't see that. They're still trying to defend this devil, Esau, Edom. Now all so-called white people are bad, brother. Come on, man. Not every white man. First of all right, if you're born an Edomite, you're going to be judged as an Edomite. Facts. All right. Now, are there certain so-called white people, all right, that let me say this. Are there certain Jakes that look like so-called white people? Yes. So if they were cool with you, more than likely, they're an Israelite. Okay? It's the spirit, man. All right? Because not all Israelites are going to look like John Shaft or Wesley Snipes. 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, right, when he brought down Rome. 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Right, so the Lord has righteous hatred towards these devils. Like Howard Lutnick, like Les Wexner, like Donald Trump, and the rest of these Goombas. Okay, all these devils, man. Even this interviewer right here, all right? Because this is all acting. They know, all right? This is how and this is, by the way, this is all ritual too, okay? They have to tell you, okay, what they're doing, because if they don't, then it's karma. It's bad karma, okay? But at the end of the day, hey, this is going to fall on their own face, man, because there's going to be a lot of judgment coming, man. So, Lord willing, is us edifying again. Okay, the wicked is being revealed. All right, and the Lord is using his servants, the prophets, to expose them. And then after that, once the Lord say, hey, my prophets, there's no need to be teaching, no more need to be bringing out the scriptures. All right, the elect have been sealed. All right, then Yahushua is going to come and bring the judgment. Full wrath Okay? No stopping it. No diplomacy. No, wait, let's talk about it. None of that. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it there. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. For the futures that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, check, cover. Shalom. And just keep pushing. Shalom.